Welcome to the first episode of Breaking PSYCHles. Just as a FYI, I recorded this entire episode before. I edited the entire episode, and then once I went to go do like my final reviews and add a little text and stuff, I found out that my files were corrupted and the video was no longer there. So this is attempt number 2, and I'm actually a little excited about it because I have a new camera now, which I didn't have when I recorded the first one. So I guess it's kind of a blessing in disguise. You gotta look at the positive and everything. But anyway, my name is Najah Majors, and I only embrace the middle name now because I share it with my niece, who I love very much. Najah Nadira is an Arabic name given to me by my father. Najah means successful and Nadira means rare or precious one. So shout out to my dad for giving me my name because clearly he was manifesting some things before I was even born. I am 23 years old, born on August 31st, a true Virgo through and through. If you know me, you know. I was born in Chester, Pennsylvania to 2 God-given parents who I'm sure you will hear about consciously or unconsciously throughout this docuseries. In case you didn't know, this is a docuseries. It took me a while to actually take the leap of faith and commit to doing this. But it also took me a while to actually figure out what was the purpose of me doing this. For some time now, I've known that a gift of mine is to connect with people, to educate people, and to really just enlighten people about human behavior and life in general based on my experiences and the things that I've learned studying psychology. But also, I've just had this sort of aura to attract people to communicate with me and to talk to me about very private things that I never asked to be told. So this was an opportunity for me to connect pretty much all those things that I just said to have an impact on the youth, because there are so many distractions with social media and the advancing technology now that kids as young as 3 are walking around with iPhones but don't know how to read or can't spell their name. So I thought, you know, why not meet the kids where they are, which is on social media, on YouTube, and give them something positive to look at. They have the Kodak Black videos and the Tekashi 6ix9ine songs that they can sing, rap, and dance to and watch the videos too. But this is something different, something that can hopefully, you know, speak to the youth from communities that I'm from about subjects that are often neglected, dismissed, unaddressed, and also give some education to the people who have no idea what type of experiences people who grow up in impoverished communities experience. I also started this docuseries to gain understanding for myself about myself, because I think the biggest challenge that we face living this life is to figure out who we are, what it is that we want from life, and what it is that we're supposed to be doing with our life to make an impact on the world. And I've finally come to the conclusion that this is a part of what I'm supposed to be doing for my life. And I'm glad that I've been blessed enough to be a photographer, to study psychology, to come from the city that I come from, and to have the family that I have and the friends that I have and the experiences that I have to talk to other people about their experiences, because me and my friends often get into a whole bunch of different conversations about where we come from, our childhood experiences, things that we have gone through being from the hood or the ghetto. And it has helped us understand ourselves, understand the upbringing of our parents, understand the dynamics of our family, and then also understand that we can speak up and help shift the youth in a better direction, because a lot of what we're learning today and seeing today is not what was around when we were kids. We actually did read books, and you know, we didn't have access to the internet and resources and cell phones the way that these kids do today. It's really crazy to me how advanced things have become. They're taking cursive out of curriculums. They're, you know, making most of these classroom activities computer based, and it's like taking away from the authenticity of education, in my opinion. All you have to do now is type it into Google. What is sex? What are the most common places to hide Christmas gifts? it's all type of, anything that you want to know, you can just type it into Google now. And then the parents are giving them cell phones as early as 3 years old, and from that time on, that is where they get their knowledge from. And it's so many different ways to get knowledge, and that's through building bonds with people and connecting with people outside of technology. And that's something that's being lost day by day because people don't know how to have conversations. When the conversations get rough, they shut down. When the subject is not what is socially acceptable, it's dismissed. And that is the reason why progress within our community, progress within this country, and progress within this world is being stunted. And this is our opportunity to break the cycle. And I think that this is a chance for me to bring the new generation with the old generation and hopefully inspire people to have conversations that are difficult, to speak on subjects of the past, to help enlighten them about who they are now and who they want to become in the future. Because it's so easy to say focus on the present and you know, work towards the future, but the past is what is manifesting now in the present, and the future is what is manifesting now in the present and has manifested in the past. It's all connected. In order for you to understand who you are now, you have to understand who you were, where you came from, what it is that has built the certain types of characteristics that exist within you, because not everybody is taking the time to do that, and it shows because you have so many adults who are lost, who have no idea what happiness really is. It's just what they're used to, their comfort zone. So because they're comfortable, they think that they're happy, but happiness goes beyond comfortability. And you know, life is about more than just contentment. And where I come from, that's not a statement that is even talked about or even understood or even thought about, because contentment is what we know to be greatness. And I feel that it is my job to unlock the greatness that is within our culture and our communities, because not a lot of people are doing that. You know, everybody wants to get on social media and say, I'm woke, I know this, I know that, I'm aware that, you know, Black history is before slavery and all that. But really, are you teaching the youth to understand their history? Because everything they get is like right in front of them. Whatever's in front of them is what is being retained. They're not really taking time to assess the past with our history, and also their past with their childhood. The history plays a big role in them understanding that it's okay to be who they are. And I feel that the dynamics between the young and the old are so distant now that the youth don't understand the elders who are trying to provide the wisdom, and the elders don't understand the youth because they don't understand how they're so misguided. But how could you not be misguided when anything that you could possibly think and want to know is readily available to you 24/7? That's not a resource and access that they had growing up. And the reason why I chose the name Breaking PSYCHles is obviously I'm a psych major. It's spelled breaking, BREAKING, and then psych, PSYCHLES, like breaking cycles. So it's deeper than just breaking the cycle of what the world has trained us to think. It's about breaking the cycles of oppression and the cycles of mental slavery and the cycles of contentment, because you should never be content. You should always strive to do and be better, and to think, oh, yesterday I handled the situation like this, today I can handle the situation like this. And of course it's easier said than done, but if people are actually interested in putting in the work to grow and develop as human beings, to become more empathetic and less judgmental of one another, then it becomes easier when everybody is on the same page. And right now, none of us in this world are on the same page, and it's very easy for us to be harmonious. We are one human race. We can be united, and obviously that's, you know, a difficulty with, you know, race and social class and things like that. But it is something that's obtainable. It obviously is going to take a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of rebuilding and restructuring of the way that we think about life and the way that we think about people. But if we think about it like this, No matter what happens to you in your personal life, you can never compare that to that of somebody else. You can use other people's experiences as references, and you can, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? You can empathize and have relatable situations with somebody, but every individual person has their own experiences. Every individual person has their own emotions. Every individual person has their own walk through this life. So how great would it be if we could all just look at each other as an individual, not as a person who has these social things and these worldly things attached to them to make them who they are. Oh, this person is black. Oh, this person is rich. Oh, this person is uneducated. Why can't we say this is just a person? This is a person who's talking to me right now. And this is a person who has something to say. Whether you agree with it, whether you feel provoked by it, you should still give a person an opportunity to speak their truth. And the problem with this world is that truth is not being spoken, and that causes a chaos of a false reality, just like social media does. Everything you see on social media is a lie, even if it's true. What I mean by that is, even if it appears to be true, it is not what it is. I can post a picture on social media and I'm smiling and I'm happy, and even though the picture is true to itself and I say happy Saturday or happy Sunday, I'm probably not looking like that right at that moment, most likely. And even if I am, it's like I still have the burdens that follow me from whatever I'm going through in my life at that time. Life is not just peaches and cream. But when you go on social media, everything seems so perfect. The bodies of women are perfect. The flashiness of men is so perfect. And the lifestyles that people live are so perfect. But none of us can actually say that our lives are perfect. Even if it's great, even if you don't have any financial hardships, even if, you are healthy and well, nothing in this world is perfect. And God made it that way on purpose. I just want to say thank you for watching. We have so much in store. It's going to be so many great conversations with so many different people. And I think the diversity of this content will inspire so many people from so many different backgrounds to look at life a little bit differently, and to really break the cycle of lack of empathy, because that's what this world is facing right now, lack of empathy. To be able to say, I've lived a very rich experience and I've never had to want for anything, but because I see this person in pain, I'm going to do whatever it is in my power to help that situation. And when we all have the mentality of I want to help, it allows us to feel better about ourselves. It builds up our self-esteem to know that I was able to make something very bad very good. So yeah, keep watching. Next week we'll drop episode 2. I'll give you guys a little sneak peek. It's about to be a crazy ride. Full warning, there will be people that will be offended by some of the things that we talk about on this docuseries, in this docuseries. But if you feel offended, that's an indication that it's time for you to step inside of yourself and see what type of cycles you need to break. It's not going to be easy to have some of these conversations, but it's going to be real, and it's definitely going to be relatable to people from the ghetto, and educational for people who may not know just exactly how fruitful the ghetto is. This is about to be a great experience for myself, for all the viewers, and I want you to swipe up to subscribe. Please subscribe. Please share with your friends. If you see something that makes you think of somebody else, send it to them. Please. I need all the promo. Follow me. We do have an Instagram page, Breaking PSYCHles on Instagram, and a Facebook page, so please go like and share that page too. Yeah. I'm excited. I hope you are too. PSYCHles. It's lit. This is just the beginning.
So you listen to these big time R&B names that glorify fornication, and you hit listen are you not endorsing fornication, sex before marriage?
When you listen to the songs, they're not necessarily endorsing sex before marriage just because you're talking about sex.
The art itself can still be good. Whether or not I choose to support it is one thing.
For example, not supporting is different though from
for example,
it's a
I
different,
really
conversation.
wait, hold on. For example, I really fuck with Lil Uzi Vert. But as a Christian man, he's out here rocking all these upside down crosses and all this. Bro, I stopped listening to him completely. And I really mess with his art.
Bro, but